And then hold the mind there, and you'll sit in a place which is flat, not slope. In early days, people used to meditate on different places. As you are meditating and you are sipping in the, what is called the, uh, in the rock, on a rock, on some place where there is beautiful view and all this, no? But there is a chance on the don't meditate on the side of the bank, Ganga, because most of our meditation is sleep. So if you sleep, you will fall into the waters. So similarly, don't sit in a scenic, beautiful place, but slant, and then you can roll down and get wounded. That's why it is suggested performance exercise in concentration. Guys either go in a cave or in other places helpful for practice, like place where the ground is straight and flat. There is no pebbles and thorns, like that. Nowadays we are all cleaned everywhere. But in early days, it was all forest and jungle, no? So select a place isolated like that. And then Bunhi, there is no fire around. You will meditate and you will think, oh, fire is coming. Baluka, sand, sand bed. And sit in a place, Manonukule, where his mind is pleasing to see the scene. Not to choksu pidane. Your eyes disturbed, will get disturbed seeing that place, no? It's very obnoxious place, or a place of uh, what you call uh, sophisticated place where your mind does not feel like concentrating, or rather get distracted. Don't go to that places. And here you. And if you are progressing, you may see that you are sometimes some experience of light around you, like that molten silver around you, like the fireflies and like that. But don't get stuck to that, and that is not your nirvikalpa, that is not your savikalpa. These are only just roadmap. As you go from here to Anaheim, then you'll find that on your way there is coming one exit for the downtown Los Angeles, another exit is coming for going to say another area. So these are all, you know that you are progressing in spiritual life, but don't make that your as a end result of the life. And that type of thing, when it happens, know that you are moving in the right direction and you are coming close to God realization. And then when the five-fold perception of yoga arises from the water, air, etc., had appeared in the yogi, then he became possessed of a body made of fire of yoga, and he will not be touched by disease. So when you purify yourself like that, meditate like that, your body will be so purified. The yogis don't suffer much from physical ailment, disease. Uh, they lead a very pure life, think noble thoughts, and they just free from disease and death. Most of the people like us, we suffer from disease, death, because we have different types of food habit and we do eat and we have to live there. Yogis, they only sit for meditation and spend their day and night like that. So they need less food. Yogis really eat very little because their body energy, our body energy is wasted in so many things. Suppose those who are in job situation, you have to comply with that job, run here, run there, spend your time and energy. So energy is lost. But yogis whole day they are thinking of God, so their mind becomes more concentrated. As a result, less food is needed for their body. And by that process, you will rise over the physicalities, you will live in a subtle level. And then that you also, what are the science? Yogis sign. We are not yogis. Don't compare ourselves as yogis. We are yogis, but all yogis. But here they are talking about Hatha yogi, and the practitioner of that particular Raja Yoga tradition that they are talking about. So what you will feel? You will feel laghuttam. Your body, those yogis sometimes feel the body is very light, and or sometimes it is very heavy, like your skin. You feel that your skin will be very bright and shining skin. Then Varna Prasada and Sara Saura Saurava. Saraswati means your voice. Your voice will be musical and very sweet, like Ramakrishna's song were so sweet, everyone compared. So your skin will be shining, the voice will be no yogi is having a hoarse voice. Uh, Swami Vivekananda said he's made Pawhari Baba. He said, I have never heard such a sweet voice after Ramakrishna. Ramakrishna's voice, he wasn't a musical singer, but because he was a yogi par excellence, his voice becomes sweet. You will find that when you do a good meditation, you come out, your voice will be much sweeter. Even anyone can taste it. So these will happen. Even the holy people, they have their body odor, no? Some bad smell. But the yogis will have always beautiful fragrance come out. Say rose, whatever, better. Perfume. You're not, without using the perfume, their body will emit perfume because of their holy thinking, noble thinking. So these are the some symptoms of their spiritual growth. So it is said. But how to do it? How to reach that? We read in the verse number 14 that as if the needle is covered with mud, needs some cleaning. That's why, and similarly, this sweetness, the love, the joy, the blessings which we didn't have, has been covered by what called some dust and dirt of ignorance. So that is cleaned by sadhana, then the inner light will come forth. And last verse we read that this divinity then you will see inside, and that divinity you will see that it is pervaded everywhere. And last verse says, then you will see this Yadevo Agnu, that God who is in the fire, the divine who is in the fire. Jo Apshu, that Lord God who lives in the waters as consciousness. Jo Vishwam Bhuvanam Avivesho, who is in the plants and trees, they have entered into he has entered into everything by seed form. Vanaspatisu, in the trees, in the plants, that who is there, that one God, I salute him again and again. So that was the important, that's the revelation. Very important point is that's the revelation. The revelation of a yogi will be that he will see Yo Deva Apsu. This is a good verse for meditation. People can meditate on this. Yo Deva Apsu. Whatever when you see some water, there is some divine behind this water, no? Yo Agno. When you see any fire, that energy, behind that energy, there is some divine entity. So seeing divine everywhere, it becomes a spontaneous practice, as also end result will be that yogi will end in this experience, that in the water, in the fire, in the earth, bhuvanam, avivesham, in the plants and trees, Oshadhi, Banaspatishu, that one all pervaded divine entity, he will say, I salute you, salute you, salute you. And in their eyes only, the duality vanishes. Now, the third chapter we start today. Verse number 1. জয়িকো জালবান, জয়িকো জালবান, ঈশত ঈশনিভিঃ, ঈশত ঈশনিভিঃ, सर्वान् लोकान् सर्वान् लोकान् ईशत ईशनीभिः, ईशत ईशनीभिः, ज एव एक उद्भवे, ज एव एक उद्भवे, सम्भवे च सम्भवे च, ज एतद्विदुः, ज एतद्विदुः, अमृतस्ते भवन्ति, अमृतस्ते भवन्ति. So, the eko, it is the self same one which exists alone at the time of creation and dissolution of the universe, and that assumes manifold powers and appears as the divine Lord by virtue of his inscrutable power, Maya. He is that protects us all worlds and controls all the various forces working therein. Those who realize this being become immortal. So, ja etat viduhu, those who vidu, etat means this, those who know this, ja etat viduhu, amritaste bhavanti, they become immortal. Who? Who will be immortal? Who knowing this means what to know? Know is that, ja eka, there is only one, eva, who is behind Udbhave at the time of creation, he is there. And then Sambhave at the time of it is destroyed, that time also he is there. Naturally, in the time of action, he is there. That means who is there before creation, who is there now in the created situation, who will be there after whole dissolution. So these three, so ekaiva is only one reality. That is the divine, which is last verse we just read. That he used to see the divine in the water, divine in the fire, in the plants and the herbs, and in the trees. So seeing that everywhere, and then now he says that that reality who is behind before creation of this universe, that reality which will be there after destruction of the universe, and that reality which is now behind all this diverse action. So it is controlled by whom? That one absolute truth. How? Ishanivi, Ishata. That's controlled by that. How? By Ishan, controlling power. That's the power of Maya. By the inscrutable power of Maya. Innumerable powers are manifesting here. So it is the power that so they're bringing us into awareness that this whole universe is permeated by one consciousness before creation, now and after. And it is the cause which manifests in this universe in as form of different powers. All the powers we see in this cosmos, in this universe, it is that power, only Maya power, Maya Shakti, is getting expressed in different ways. So, Ishate, it appears as Divine Lord. Saw he, that person having innumerable forces working therein, Sarvan Lokan, is controlling all the planes of existence. How many planes of existence is there? In this earth itself, how many planes of existence? Is it? No. All planes, we live in different planes of existence. Children live in their level of existence. No? They have a different world. All the children, the 20 children are playing. They live in another world. For them, the doll has a life. The doll gets sickness. He has body temperature, and he cries. The mother is crying with the child. No, they live in another world. As you grow on in every level, you see, we live in different world. In this world itself, say ant world is different world. Your insect world is different world. Bacteria world is different world. Cellular level that is different world. They function differently. They work differently. But by what force? makes these things work like that. It is the power of that Maya. Brahman is, of course, there, but Brahman comes from where? The power of Maya is called Brahman. So, this is a very good bridge of this Vedanta and other concepts of what we call Tantra and other idea. So, Brahma Shakti, Abed Ramakrishna says, these ideas are very much dominant here. That Brahman manifests as power, and power manifests in different ways in this created universe. But that power by which this Maya Shakti works, it comes from that unconditional reality, which is before creation, now after creation, and after when it will be destroyed. That reality will continue. But this expression, when it comes, and it's all powers, it is the Maya Shakti, and Maya Shakti appears in diverse ways to create this. So it is the self same one, that is that one, the capital one, who exists alone. There is no other entity. Uh, Tajja, Tadalan, Taditi. Upanishad says Tat means from that, Ja means Jayate, manifested. Tadalan, on that reality, the whole universe stands. Like the ocean. Tat Ja. From that ocean, Ja means Jato, big creation, all the waves and ripples, etc. Tat Ja, Tad Alam. And not only created, the waves are not created only. Waves are playing roles on the surface of the ocean. That's also ocean is the ground. Ocean is the beginning. Ocean is the middle. And when all the waves or some waves drop, where do they go? They go back to the ocean. The ocean remaining same. All these waves and ripples and powers, they are coming as a manifestation. And here in Vedanta, if you think that infinite ocean is like Brahman, is the support of all before creation. And when it is created, that time also the support, like the ocean is the support of the waves. And when it dissolves into the ocean, with no wave, that's also the ocean support. It goes back to ocean. So tadja, it comes from that reality. Tadalan, it stays in that reality. Taditi, it merges into that. Upanishad says, don't talk much. Just meditate on this. Shanta, keep your mind steady, peaceful. Shanta, upashita. Only small words, Sanskrit. The Upanishads are so profound. Only one line, you can spend whole life on this thought. We think that 20 books have to be written, 30 points have to be noted down, and then making a long chart of hey, putting the head down and leg up. So all these yogis are pressurizing the nostrils and this and that. These are all complicated thing. Upanishad very simple. Only remember this one verse, then you know whole Gita, whole Upanishad. Tat ja, tat alan, taditi, tat jalani. They have also Sunni conjoined together, make much shorter. I am saying tat ja, tad alan, taditi. He says tat jalaniti, ja alaniti, jalaniti. Therefore, what to do? This is the theory, this is the principle. You want freedom, liberation. Shanta upashita. Calm down your mind. Think on this. Sravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. And Upasita. Do this service or this process of practice. Continue. That's all spiritual life ends here. I'll do 100 times japa. I'll sit in the east, facing the east. Or I shall take it 10 times deep. Or shall I change my cloth or not? Or shall I do? These are good up to certain point. But that is not the goal of religion. Religion is tajjalaniti shanto vashito. From that which has come everything, that which exists when the time of creation, and in that which everything subsides. Iti, this is the truth. Therefore, what you do? Shanto. Calm down. Stop your rattling of the mind. Think on this truth only. And that is your upasana. You have to do upasana in this process, and then you are free. So we are reading all these books just to understand this simple point. God is everywhere, there is nothing but God. What we see, it is the manifestation. In Vedanta, we call Maya, and in Bhakti Shastra, we call Mahamaya. Great mother's play going on. Divine Mother is playing like that. No contradiction. And then pray to Mother, then everything will be okay. And my mother's case, you will understand everything. Then you say, in good, in bad, Mother is there. In the heavy storm or a very sweet breeze, it is all Mother. It is all the ocean. When the good surfers become very happy. When there is a very smooth waves, no? And they enjoy that, But when there's turbulent waves, that's also wave. This also wave. That's also the play of the ocean. This also play of the ocean. Mother's play. This is mother's play. But that needs much maturity to understand. So, but this here is the Upanishad is suggesting that it is the self same one, capital O-N-E, big, who exists alone at the time of creation and dissolution of the universe. Huh? That assumes manifold forms now. It is appearing manifold forms now. And as a divine Lord, and He is also creator. When creation comes, you have to say there is a creator. There is no creation, no creator. That is the Brahman state. But when you say everything comes out, to come out means how he comes out. That means there is a creator, that the Lord of creation comes. We call God God. How he functions by his inscrutable Maya Shakti, infinite power, controlling that. He controls everything. When he comes down as human being, as Rama, Krishna, Buddha, Christ, Shankara, they control the whole Maya, magical power of Maya. With that full power, they come down as a human body. That's why they do miracles, so much miracles, by which they can change everything. So, that is the divine Lord by virtue of his inscrutable power, which is called Maya. Then he is it that protects all the worlds. Who protects this world? Who holds together? And this world is a disintegrating world. It may be, all the gravitational pull is pulling them in. Otherwise, everyone wants to get out. Electron, proton, the electrons are running around and wanting to get out, No, always. But someone is holding. What is that power? Here, Vedanta will say it is the Maya power. It is the cosmic power of one reality. So it protects all the world, controls all the various forces working therein. In this universe, whatever force is working in this universe, it is all that Maya Shakti, the power, inscrutable power. Those who realize this, those who realize this reality, this being, become immortal. So you want immortality? Know this. That's the simple thing. But know this, it will not catch unless we do the first chapter and second chapter, what we read. Spiritual practice, spiritual practice, spiritual practice. Oh, sit down in a nice place, look at the beauty, and keep the mind focused, withdraw from everything. All this procedure, what I've been told, that will lead to this. People sometimes jump into the position. This is the easiest position to take. Vijnanavad, if you say, and you can interpret like that. Oh, Vijnanavad, everything is God, God, God. Do whatever you like because God, God. No, it's a very high, lofty level. After transcending our own weaknesses and uh, all these imperfections, when we move towards by constant prayer, meditation, purification, selfless work, then comes a mind which will see that light inside. And that light will be projected in, and then the same person will see light everywhere when he sees here. And that should be very slow and gradual progress. You can jump. into that height, but your your body will break. Yeah? Jumping is good, but if you can know how to come back and be steady on the surface. So Ramakrishna used to know jump. This point jumping, that point jumping, jumping, jumping. But he knows where to stay. He's stabilized. That's it, he's the avatar. And Nirvikalpa Samadhi, we as human being, very rare. Millions, in millions one can get one. Totapuri, talking about Ramakrishna. Totapuri is an expert, no? He said, oh my God, what is this? First he saw Ramakrishna and said, he is the right candidate for Vedanta practice. And he selected, will you learn Vedanta? That is the way it started. But he was surprised that I took 40 years of spiritual practice, rigorous spiritual practice, and a hard rock, eating nothing, doing austerity in the Himalayas, bare body like that. How much bichara and studies I've done. 40 years it took me. And this Ramakrishna, just like this. That's why he knows how to jump. And once it is done, done forever. There is a song, many people criticize this song of Rabindranath Tagore. Tagore has sang a song, Majhe Majhe Tavo Dekha Pai, Chirodin Keno Paine. He's saying, oh Lord, I get your glimpses of vision now and then. Why don't I get you all the time? Why the cloud comes and covers my view and don't allow you to see? Sun is there, clouds come suddenly and covers my views. No? So this is the expression Tagore wrote it. But there is one criticism comes, no, no, no. If you have really experienced one Nirvikalpa, it is never like that it comes and goes. It cannot. It should be a constant companion of you. There is nothing to gain more, nothing to lose anything, nothing to gain anything. Your life's mission is perfectly finished, completed. And you remain in the infinite joy all the time. And you see the divine everywhere, as he said. Yeah. That will be the experience. What will be the person of Nirvikalpa? This. He says that Eka, that is only one. You'll see anything creation behind that is that reality, which is now it is there. After destruction, it will be there. And that one unchanging reality. And he is the controller of everything. From all the forces are working because of his Maya Shakti. So long you are relative plane, you have to say, what is this? Absolute place, there is no two. That's understandable. Nirvikalpa means that state, where there is no two, no you, no me, the whole world has dissolved. It is only that and that. But when you live in the world, you will be seeing the divine everywhere. You'll be jumping in joy in your heart all the time. Because there is nothing but joy. There is bliss and bliss and bliss everywhere. And it does not go away. It does not come again. It is constant companion. So that's a very high level. We use the word Nirvikalpa very loosely sometimes. But as I said, in millions of people, one or two can be in that state. So maybe you are an advanced person, you may have better glimpses of that reality, but never, never, never trust yourself that you have reached that state or it is so easy to gain. One Brahmajnani can transform the whole community by his presence only. We are reading Mahapurush Maharaj's books, no? See what he's talking. His mouth is speaking about what? Day and night. Shivananda Swami, our Shivananda Ramakrishna Mission, Thakur's disciple. Brahmananda Swami's. Look at that. And Brahmananda Swami's life you read by touching. He's fishing. In the dualistic world, he's fishing with a rod in hand. But he does not eat fish, but not to kill them, Just play with that and leave them. But it's a fun for him. The people say, why is Brahmagani doing that? His mind is shooting high. He wants to keep the mind down by this fun and play. He used to play cards. Playing card for a monk and a Brahmagani is a playing card is what they say. Then Baburam Maharaj and Raja Maharaj, Swami Brahmananda, Shiva Premananda, they are all playing, And Vishuddhananda Swami, who was there? Now, Prabhuvananda Swami was also one of the four players. And Baburam Maharaj, when they are playing, intentionally giving the wrong cards so that Raja Maharaj can get the access to win. He's always winning. And Prabhuvananda Swami says, what are you doing, Swami? It is we should win. You are giving to Maharaj to go everywhere, every time you are giving some access where you have to put the right card you have in your hand. You are not putting that, you know that. What is this? He said, you fool, do you know? It is just for playing card. We are sitting here. Maharaj's mind is so high, it shoots up only to bring him down and to make him happy with this world little bit. That's why we are forcing him to do that. Our problem is to raise the mind there, and their problem is to pull down the mind from the absolute consciousness. That is called nirvikalpa state. So, vision is right, experience is right, I'm not doubting that. But don't have to judge as understand nirvikalpa state. There one gentleman used to come here. He does not come nowadays. I'm talking about maybe 25, 30 years ago. He used to sit and come here and meditate. That time I used to sit in the office, and anyone can come and question or sit and talk. So he used to visit because I used to regularly come over here. And he one day entered into my room and said, Swami, I have a question. I said, please come. They said, you have samadhi, no? You have nirvikalpa samadhi? I do not know. I only heard the word. I do not know what is nirvikalpa samadhi. I have read it is like that, but I have no idea. And you have no nirvikalpa samadhi. I have it. Then you are fortunate. You have it. That life will be totally different, transformed. Who will express that joy, which is inexpressible joy, and he'll be saturated with that bliss all the time. But anyhow, I'm not to judge that, but I'm saying that it is really very high level. And in the Gita also, Thakur also said, among the millions of kites, one or two gets cut, becomes free. Millions of people practicing spirituality, one or two attain to that purity and state. No, they may be there, but we should be careful about, and let us not mistake. Any experience, higher experience is good, but don't equate with that. The absolute is difficult. I cannot say that. At least, if another Brahmogani is there, they can say. If there is a Brahmananda, he can say. If it's Swami Shivananda, he can say. No, ordinarily we are not fit to say that. And we are also not to deny that. That's my point. But the point is that don't make a mistake so easily because you see a light or feel little uplifted and is a good mood. That's good. They're all good. But post in the direction of the absolute. So Amritattam, this verse what it says, etad viduhu, he who knows this. What is that this? That one absolute. Satchidananda Brahman, with his power of Maya, has manifested in this world. All the forces working in this world. It is that reality, that reality, that reality. Only he who knows that this world is going on Maya or Mother's. Either Vedanta says Maya, that means it is meaningless. And in Bhakti you say, it is all mother playing. Enjoy it. Everywhere mother. There is mother, mother, mother. Our Chandi, now from tomorrow, Tomorrow onward, we will have to chant Jai Sri Durga. Huh? 100,000, 10 days. Can you do that? Jai Sri Durga, Jai Sri Durga, Jai Sri Durga, continuous. Jai Ma Durga. Huh? We are expecting from tomorrow, October 2 to 12, we will chant Jai Sri Durga. If you can do 100,000, then you will get the blessings of Mother, like performing one big celebration where pop money. You have no idea of Indian people have the idea of Durga Puja, how elaborate. You can go on our website when the puja time comes. The puja is how detailed and how profoundly spiritual, and it brings the benefit of that holiness, purity, love. If you can do 100,000 in these 10 days, then every day we have to do 10,000. That means you cannot stop. Day and night you will say, Ma, Jai Sri Durga, Jai Sri Durga, Jai Sri Durga. Why? Jai Sri Durga. This Durga is Mother, this Maya, this Mahamaya. Every force you see in the cosmos, it is Maya, it is Mother, a Mother force working. So it is her power which manifests the universe. When there is no manifestation, no power, is Brahman. The same Brahman with power and its manifestation is called Jagat, Jiva Jagat. And this all the forces are Mother, Ma, Jai Ma Durga, Jai Sri Durga. So footnote says this mantra speaks of the oneness of the ultimate principle in spite of its apparent diversity in the functions. It also shows how the divine Lord or God is nothing but this ultimate principle of the absolute, appearing as active, Non-active is Brahman. Active, appearing as active in how? In creation, maintenance, and destruction of the universe. How? By virtue of the power of Maya. This Maya again is shown to belong to him. Maya does not belong to you or me. It is the power. Or suppose your cooking power is in you. You are not cooking now. We don't see your cooking power. But power is not gone anywhere. It is with you. So the power, when it is not manifested, that is Brahman. When it is manifested through that power, we call this universe of diverse functions and actions. He is the master of it. He means this Brahman. He. We can say one is better. In earlier days, always we translated he. Yeah? That's why women get very angry. It's why not she. That's why you are saying she from tomorrow. Jai Ma Durga, Jai Ma Durga. The Maya again is shown to belong to him. He is the master of it and is not affected by it, just as a cobra is not affected by its own poison. It is a power, tremendous power. Cobra, it gives a bite, and if someone is telling today, you are telling. So one doctor, one cobra was entangled into some net or something.
Fishing net.
Huh?
Fishing net.
Fishing net. And then the doctor, veterinarian doctor, very kind, and he wanted to save the cobra. And actually, with much effort, he saved it. But as soon as he got out, they gave a bite and he died. Doctor died. So cobra's power is within the cobra. When he was in the net, he was not doing anything. So the poison is not manifested. But when it is done and he got angry or he was thinking that I may injure me, and then gave a bite. And then the poison was with the cobra. It didn't harm the cobra. But that same poison came to another human being. That person is dead. So we are dead here. It is the power of Brahman. Brahman's power very good. It is hidden. It is hidden. No? And when we manifest, then we are dead. We are dead means what? We are in the Maya. We don't see God, Brahman. We are in the net of Maya. See, is it not? When you become alive again, when you think this way and get out of the net, then you will be free. So here is the point that the power of that Brahman is with the Brahman itself. No extraterrestrial. That is the difference between dualistic religion. For all dualistic religion, you need some Adam, Eve, no? Sin. Some third party came. Demon. God is fighting with the demon. Huh? God is there any parallel to fight with God? But that's why Vedanta says is the positive and negative. So it is the same as the right. Here is the light, here is the darkness. It goes side by side. But dualistic religion will say two realities. Two realities are there. God is there, and the Satan is always after God. Whatever good thing going on, Satan goes there and enters there. That is the dualistic thought. But Vedantic thought, there is no two, it is only one manifesting in this way, and those are the powers of the same Brahman. Though that power is within Brahman, it does not do any harm to the Brahman consciousness, but when it manifests, the jiva is dead. We are all dead in the sense we are unconscious of our divine entity. And when Maya is not there, we are all Brahman. So this is the practice to be done. All the forces that we see active in the universe are nothing but the manifestation of his Maya. His means Brahman's Maya. And as such, these forces can work only at his will and pleasure. These forces, whose will, we call it the mother's will. In the Chandi we are talking about, in the Devi Mahatma we read, mother in the form of happiness, what is called memory, mother in the form of forgetfulness, mother in the form of happiness, mother in the form of what you call all the good, all the bad, no? So all the form, in the form of hunger, in the form of thirst, in the form of sleep, in the form of whatever called good or bad, whatever. Everything is mother, 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 mother. So that is the idea. It is mother's force working. That's the Mahamaya. In Bhakti, we call Mahamaya. And okay, I'll read another one or two versions how they translated it. Swami Lokeswaranandaji translated that cosmic self who is a magician who governs all the worlds by his own power, who is the same whether he causes the origin or the destruction of the universe by his own power, is one without a second. Those who know this truth becomes immortal. Brahman is called here Jalavan. So Eko Jalavan, a magician. He has cast his spell if we are under a spell. You are helpless. You must do whatever the magician wants you to do. You may say, don't I have free will? I feel that I am free. I have free will to do what I want. But Vedanta says that you have free will up to a point. In the end, you find that you really have no free will. Sri Ramakrishna used to give the illustration of vegetables in a cooking pot. When the vegetables are being cooked, they move about in the water in the pot. Children say they are jumping. But what makes them jump? The fire underneath. Similarly, everything we do is because there is an invisible power behind us. It is the power of Brahman, Maya Shakti. Brahman rules over the entire universe by his own power, Maya Shakti. It is the same Brahman, whether it is manifesting itself or withdrawing itself. The word Udbhava means origin, manifesting, and sambhava can also mean that, also can mean that, but here sambhava has a special meaning. In this context, it means withdrawing or destruction. So there is Sanskrit word you need not have to know. Sambhava and Udbhava. Udbhava means creation. Sambhava means Sammak Bhava. That's also creation. But Sambhava can also be made a meaning that it is the withdrawing or destruction. Brahman is responsible for both the manifestation and destruction, as I just discussed. Eh? Christianity and other religion will have to bring one Satan to create this nonsense in the world. But Vedanta does not need any other. It is the same Brahman, Shakti, dark side and bright side. So, if you know this, that Brahman is behind everything, you become immortal. Yes.
There are many questions from last week. The questions.
Last week questions are still here.
Yeah, I'll save them.
Oh, you saved them also. ঠিক আছে তাহলে তো So we have read only one verse today. Do you have any question from here? No? Okay.
It is the first I give you this week questions, and then if you have time, then I will give last week's questions. This week 3 and last week 3. Altogether half a dozen.
Okay. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu. Now we are going to tomorrow is gospel reading. I shall be here for 7:30 gospel reading. And it is now we are going to some question answer, which we could not finish last time. So one question has come. I can intellectually grasp and see the value of Vedanta's impersonal teaching, but my heart calls to bhakti. Should I focus on bhakti and surrender to God and let go on the impersonal understanding? Oh, why not make a blending of it? It will be much sweeter. If you say intellectually you grasp, keep that understanding. That is Ramakrishna's advice. Keep the knowledge of Advaita in your pocket. Ramakrishna says pocket no, at the age of your cloth. Because ladies in India, they keep their key, bunch of keys, tied in at the edge of the cloth, so that it will not fall anywhere. So keep that. Whenever you need, you use that keys, Advaita Vedanta keys. But as a personal, if your heart does not go for impersonal, but you think the personal, both are the same. Personal will lead you to impersonal. Impersonal becomes personal. Only with, as we read today, with the Maya Shakti, it becomes the creator God, and all the forces come. That is called the mother. And that's why we are saying tomorrow, start chanting Jai Sri Durga, Jai Sri Durga. 10,000, if not 1,000 at least. And then you can report all this reading. Let us know how much you did. We can keep a sheet of paper here, and at the end of the 10 days, 12, whenever they can write down, so that how much each are doing. It would be good if we can do together good number of japa. So yes, we can bhakti, and bhakti is, we make a mistake. Bhakti does not mean only loving God in the saguna aspect. Bhakti means also nirguna. Sassanu ki sasya Sarupa Anusandhanam Bhakti Riti Uchyate. Swaswarupa Anusandhanam. Anusandhanam means, Anusandhanam means search, inquiry of your Sarupa, your own Sarupa, your own divine nature, essential nature. That is called Bhakti. So this is also a definition Shankaracharya gave. Swaswarupa Anusandhanam Bhakti iti Uchyate. You have to search for your own divine conscious self, and that is called a bhakti. Unless you have love, why will you search for that? Love does not mean only in Rasgulla or in ice cream. Love is impersonal also. You love beauty. Can you catch it? I love beauty. So beauty is personal or impersonal? Beauty is a quality, no? I love the sweetness. Sweetness is not the sweet meat, but sweetness. Sweetness, can you catch it? It is impersonal. So impersonal and personal is the approaches is different, but the truth is the same. So yes, we can, if our heart calls on bhakti, and then we focus on bhakti and surrender to God, but know that the same God is Brahman, absolute, with Maya. Just simple add that thought. What we did today, that will solve the confusion. Another question: Advaita Vedanta is Maya is in the Brahman, like Thakur said, snake and poison. Then how is Maya projecting on us as a separate aspect? We are in Advaita Vedanta is Maya in Brahman, like Thakur said, snake and poison. Yes, that we discussed today. Maya, where is Maya? Where can you find Maya? Maya is the power of Brahman. So in Brahman it is there. But when it does not manifest, you don't say Maya. When manifests, then this universe comes, and in that, Maya projecting on us as a separate aspect. On us now, we are a part of Maya also. You are a part of Maya. I am a part of Maya. Like that, when you sleep at last night, you created a dream. In the dream, you are there, and all the people are there. Everything was created. By who created? Your own mind. Similarly, God's mind created this. That's why we are all part. In God's dream, we are there. And we are all that's why it's called dream. It is so real because God has dreamt like this. Producer or playwright, they write something and producer picks up and selects the actors and actresses to act on different roles. But it's all Maya. All the planning is not real, but somebody writer wrote it. So similarly, in Vedantic idea is that I just calculated that I can chant Jai Ma Durga once in a second, so that about 3 hours for 3,000, 10,000. But you said it takes a full day. Have I made a mistake about how to chant? I said full day means uh, one cannot give continuously 3 hours time. If you can give 3 hours time, it depends on your chanting, how fast you chant, how close you chant. We will suggest you chant and feel Ma is with you, Ma is with you, Ma is with you. But good that you have done, tried if you, that 3 hours, 10,000 japa, good, then you are done. If one cannot do that 4 hours, or whenever you remember, continue, whole day. Special, people do special fasting and special celebration. This is a special mental celebration. You are doing yourself. It is Japa Jagna. It is called the Japa Jagna. It is a sacrificial fire as we put oblation. So here is the mantra oblation, mother's name. Okay, thank you. No, you are right. You can do within 3 hours if you have calculated like that. Only to uh, do it is the question, how to do. And your mind will be really very different.
It's like on the last two.
Acha. Why does Vivek vary from person to person? Why some people do wrong things without ever realizing it? As it becomes of dullness of their Viveka, What are the spiritual practices to make one's viveka sharp? Is reading scriptures or swadhyaya can be on such practice? Yes, it's a good question. Viveka means the discrimination or discernment. As a discernment is depending on the mind. This is real, this is unreal, this is good, this is bad. But if my mind is not clear, clouded mind, clouded mind will explain bad for the good and good for the bad because it's confused. So there are mind can be in three levels: sattiko, rajasiko, tamasiko. A person with sattiko mind will then see clearly God is real, others are not. No? This is wrong, this is the right. They clearly see, Sattika people. Rajasika people will see with arrogance. Little I will come in. Superiority, sense of superiority will come. Tamasa is the meanest of the, vilest of the gunas. So it will be hurtful, I think, but I think totally. Well, Gita explains all these three gunas and their effects. So please read that, then you will find that happens because of mind. And the same mind does the analysis. No? Same mind analysis with the same situation, people interpret differently because their mind explaining differently. So the purity of the mind will make it sattika, and sattika mind will bring out the real uh, fact behind. So the scripture reading is helpful. That helps our purification of the mind. Japa, as we are talking about, japa, 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 that will help. That thinking of self unselfish work will help. When you do any work and offer it to God, that will help. How to clean the mind, and as the mind becomes clean, then viveka, the discrimination or discernment will be perfect. Another question, Swami Vivekananda says that you must liberate the whole universe before you leave this body. Then only you will be established in eternal truth. Is that an exaggerated statement to expand our heart? Yeah, it is exaggerated. No, it is true in the fullest sense. Swamiji is a world teacher. He is thinking of the whole universe. We are small guys, we think how we will be liberated. If I get liberated, enough for me. I forget about who are around.
And we also have our small universe. My universe is my universe.
Ah, yes. So Swami Vivekananda says that you must liberate the whole universe. But the whole universe, how can you liberate? You cannot. But you liberate yourself, then you see that everyone is liberated. Understand? If you know you liberate yourself, you see the consciousness here, then you see the drama of consciousness dancing. Consciousness dancing. Krishna Nartati. Bhagavan, Khelati Bhagavan Brahmande. In this world, the Lord is dancing. It is His play. That will be seen as soon as one gets into that consciousness. So, what Swamiji is not wrong, because Swamiji is saying it is Bhuvan. Swamiji is saying that the whole universe is liberated means you feel identification with the whole world. And when you get into the super consciousness, then you are one with the whole creation. Everything is in Brahman, there is nothing excluded. So that state will come. Naturally, you liberate everybody. Meaning, in your eyes, there is no one who is not liberated. Understand? Because when you really have that experience of oneness means duality is not there. You are not there, I am not there, anyone is gone. So is it not? All are liberated there in that sense. If there is another person who is still groping in darkness, you can say it is liberation is necessary for him. But in your experiential level, when you are losing your identity into that vast oneness, everyone is liberated. There is no one, no baddho, no mukto. There is Yeah, in the Ashtavakra Sangita, there are verses. There is no one in bondage, there is no one in needs any freedom. It is all the play of your mind. So, in that state, Swamiji is correct because when we or the sadhaka enters into the realm of eternal experience of oneness with the truth, and then what happens? In his eyes, in his view, there is no duality. There is no one but that one. That's why the whole world can be redeemed by that way. Another, do lust and greed completely disappear with sadhana, or do they gradually fade away as one continues their practice? Yeah, it is not that in one day it will go away. True. As much as we move towards the east, west falls back. As much as our tendency to fulfill the joy, get joy through lust and greed, that much we are in the world. If one loves God little, say, my mind is 100 unit is my mind. If my mind is 1% goes to God, then 1% will be less from lust and greed. If it goes 2, it will be 98, 3, 97. So as much as we move in our spiritual life, this test for the other world, test for this material world in which we are born and brought up, that attraction will go away, go away, go away. When you find the joy inside, this joy will be pale into nothing. So it is a practice is important. That means your response is that yes, it do they gradually fade away. Yes, yes, do gradually fade away. And ultimately, when you reach the absolute, they are nowhere. Jahan Ram, taha nahi kam. Jahan kam, taha nahi Ram. Where there is God, there is no desire, there is no lust, there is no greed, there is no temptation. And where there is lust, greed, and temptation, God is not there. What are some practical ways to harmonize all four yogas in daily life, as Swami Vivekananda explained? We have discussed it again and again. You all know. While you get up every day, why not you do wash yourself and sit for some meditation for half an hour, 1 hour, as long as you permit. That's the dhyana yoga. Then you come out and then read some spiritual text, sing some bhajan, and give some flower to your altar, give some incense there, and pray. Why not? That's in your bhakti yoga. Every day do that. And then you go for your work, whatever is there in homework or office work or whatever. Why not take all work as an offering to God? Why, whatever you are doing in your home, think that it is Lord's home I am taking care of. So whatever doing in the office, God has given me this office, His work I am doing. So karma yoga and bhakti yoga already I have talked, dhyana yoga I have talked, jnana yoga. Every day we can find some time. Oh, what am I doing? Is it eternal? It is permanent or is it impermanent? I should. How many times I forgot God? As I forgot God, then I am worldly. So is it leading me to the truth? So unreal, real, that analysis. This is Jnana Yoga. God is the only reality. When I forget God and do any work, then it is godless work. Godless work is work. And that work brings birth, death, suffering, pleasure, pain, anger, frustration, criticism, jealousy. All this will come. Am I overcoming them? These are all unreal. This is all unreal. No, I want God. So bring these four attitudes in the whole life, then 24 hours become our spiritual sadhana. So we can do that four practice. Okay? And Swamiji has talked about in many places. And Swami Premeshananda Maharaj's book is there. What is the name? Praveshananda Swami's letters of Swami Praveshananda or whatever is the name, he speaks almost in every letter to bring these four yogas together. Practice. Whatever we do, practice, it is turned into bhakti, love for God you are doing, praying to God. Whatever you are doing, center around God, 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 God. That's all. Okay, so we end here today. Thank you all. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu. Hare